Hello, everybody. It's me, your favorite radio host. And if you were going to do a horror movie recap, and if you love horror movie recaps, then like this video, comment, I love horror, then share with some people. I don't care. But thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. So we're going to start off with this. Doll held a devil trapped for 1,000 years until reportedly... Oh, a reporter unknowingly breaks it. This is by Movie Recaps. I appreciate them making these, and it's time.
In 1845, Mary Elnor is hung from a tree after being accused of witchcraft.
Well,
the locals nail
she's
a
a
mask to
witch,
her face
isn't she?
before lighting her on fire. Then a
Oh, that's a little rough, bro. They did something to her face? You can't be doing that, man. Look how evil that guy looks.
priest recites an incantation while holding up a doll. A few hours later, her burnt body is still hanging on the tree.
You're going to listen to
In
me
present-day
chew on these.
Massachusetts, disgraced journalist Jerry visits a farmer who claims
Yep. He's disgraced, all right. Cute cow, though.
his cow has been marked by a cult.
Yep.
However, when Jerry
has balls on its neck.
takes a closer look, he discovers the Metallica logo. So
Nope. It's Harry Potter! The cow is Harry Potter.
he guesses the farmer's son did it. Suddenly he hears a weird whispering noise that makes him approach a nearby tree, where he finds something sparkling under the sunlight. Jerry reaches into the tree and
Is it Edward Cullen sparkling in the sunlight?
finds the burnt doll from the beginning with a tag that says February 31st.
Well, don't touch it, bro. Don't touch anything that old or pawn it. Pawn it. Do you disturb the do you disturb the spirits when you pawn something off?
1845. The farmer says it's common for field workers to leave dolls in the ground for good luck, but usually they don't look like this one. Seeing this, as an
Yeah, they don't
opportunity
look
for a
like
creepy story.
creepy
Jerry
ass
steps on the
thing.
doll's head to break it and takes pictures of the farmer supposedly finding it.
Breaking it. Oh, so he just broke it for for the gram. Like he probably could have just filmed it and then sold it. Like he did it for the gram. Like he could have pawned that off and just took pictures.
Later that night, Jerry
I'm pretty sure that farmer's dead.
is driving out of town while drinking. When he turns to grab the bottle,
Well, he drinks and drives. The end.
he almost hits Alice,
Oh.
but he dodges her just in time.
Well, this is very good.
Jerry's car crashes, but he's fine. So he comes out and
He doesn't
notices
look
something moving
fine. He's like, I'll pass out.
in the shadows. It's Alice, who Jerry
This
follows
is like the Jurassic Park.
through the woods until they find the tree from earlier. Falling to her knees in front of the
Wait, how far did he drink and drive? Like 5 feet? Like he went around the corner and then she almost hit him.
trees, Alice repeats, I pledge my soul to you, until Jerry touches her shoulder. Then she faints. Afterward, Jerry
She's
takes
dead.
her back to town and learns she lives with Father Hagen, her uncle and only living relative. Hagen calls Dr. Natalie, who checks on
If it's from 1833, how come she has a uncle that's living? I don't know.
Alice to confirm she wasn't hurt and reveals she's deaf-mute.
She's deaf and mute. I'm sorry. I mean,
Jerry wonders why he heard her talk, and Natalie blames it on his drinking. While his car gets fixed, Jerry must
well, obviously he's a drinker. Oh, his car's broken while he's drinking. The cops
stay in a
didn't come
motel in
by.
town. He goes to church and hears Hagen preaching, only to notice Alice staring at a
Oh, is that the guy? Oh, yeah, that's the guy from Walking Dead.
statue of Mary.
I never watched that movie show. I got bored after the first season.
She keeps hearing a female voice calling her name and suddenly stands up
Hello,
and walks
Mary. Wait,
out of the
is she-
building is in a trance, and soon other young girls follow her in a perfect line.
Oh,
Everyone else also follows, and Jerry has his camera ready to record while Alice stares at the tree, where she sees an apparition of Mary. After standing there for a few seconds, she shocks everyone by talking, saying she has heard the voice of Mary herself.
That's not Mary.
Who is requesting through Alice that everyone return to the tree the next
it's going to be The Walking Dead. Why else would you put The Walking Dead star in? There's going to be zombies or death.
day. Afterward, Natalie runs tests on Alice, who is excited to learn she can now hear as well. That night,
No.
Jerry has a nightmare about a red sky taking over the town, the doll breaking, and a ghostly woman crawling out from the now Red Creek. He wakes up when a drop of water falls on his face, and he looks up to see the ceiling is covered in mold. The
Oh, it's like The Ring. Can you hear me eating?
following day, all the locals return to the tree, and once again Jerry records everything. Hagen tries to keep Alice home, but she comes out anyway and goes to touch the tree, where she sees the apparition of Mary
Touched
again.
by an angel.
Then she approaches a paraplegic boy and tells him to have faith in Mary because she commands him to
Walk. Walk! Walk, my son!
walk. To everyone's shock, the boy suddenly stands up and is able to use his legs. Jerry makes sure to record this too as everyone falls to their knees to pray. Inside the church, the
It's so
statue of the Virgin begins
beautiful!
crying
Oh.
blood. Soon the miracle appears on the news and goes viral.
Yep, it's going viral. Just like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Or something.
Bishop Giles and Monsignor Delgarde are sent by the Vatican to
Monsignor.
investigate if Alice really performed a miracle or if it's another scam.
Yeah,
They hold a
scam.
press conference, during which they give examples of the only 3 real miracles by Mary from modern times, which have inspired 3 shrines that attract millions of visitors.
Uh-oh, the tree is going to attract some shrines. I don't know if it's a miracle. I think it's the devil.
There are 3 steps to confirm if a miracle is real. The illness must be incurable, the cure must be instantaneous,
Yes.
and the cure must be complete. Then Alice arrives at the conference too and is overwhelmed by the amount of reporters asking rude or stupid questions.
Yeah.
Jerry cuts in with a gentler approach and questions that allow her to express her faith, so she only answers him. While the priests work on checking if the conditions are met, a shelter has been put over the tree to protect it from the elements in case it has to become a shrine later. When Hagen takes
It's
a closer
gonna become
look,
a shrine?
he discovers the doll buried in the ground, causing a terrifying...
That's what I never get about, like, Catholicism and stuff. Like, aren't you not supposed to, like, worship idols? And why do you worship saints and pray to saints? I'm pretty sure you just pray to Jesus or God. But I don't know. Somebody can tell me. Let me know.
and goes to appear near him. The creature is about to attack him, but suddenly more people show up and the ghost disappears. Then Hagen goes back inside and interrupts Jerry's interview with Alice. He suddenly starts coughing very badly because of his lung disease, but he ignores it and lights a cigarette anyway while scolding Jerry for using Alice for fame. A wary Hagen thinks that this will bring the wrong kind of attention to Alice and points out that next to every shrine, the devil builds a chapel. People who have seen Mary in the past were treated like freaks, sent to convents, or dead in a few months.
They're going to be freaks.
That night, Jerry returns to the motel and keeps hearing creepy whispers
Is Mary a freak? We'll find out.
behind him. He doesn't see anything in the corridor, but when he turns around, a hooded presence appears behind him. The next day,
The hood. The red hood's behind him.
Alice practices singing with Hagen while Jerry and Belgardi watch. Suddenly Hagen starts coughing violently and
Nope. He's having lung cancer. Oh, she's gonna hear him. She's gonna heal. Heal.
collapses. While Jerry calls for an ambulance,
Man, that guy looks so much like my uncle. If he ever watches my video, I don't know exactly what my uncle looks like.
Alice asks Hagen to pledge his soul to Mary. Then she places her hand on his chest to make him stop coughing, and Hagen is delighted to discover he can breathe normally again.
Is Mary also the name of the devil in the thing? I don't know. I don't get this, but we'll see.
However, he's also shocked to see a dark presence behind Alice reaching for him. Afterward, they go to the hospital and Natalie shows them 2 x-rays.
The Frighteners.
One from a few days ago, and one she took just now. It's clear that his illness disappeared out of the blue. She also
She's got it. She's got the ick. She's Mary, the next Mary.
confirms that they ran studies on the former paraplegic boy and all his issues magically went away as well. Delgarde and Giles have no choice but to declare this a true miracle, and soon the tree is transformed into a shrine. Alice goes viral again and the town starts to gain lots of tourism from all over the country. People call Alice their hero and become her fans. She gets her own Wikipedia page, and someone
She gets her own Wikipedia page. I wonder if I have a Wikipedia page. Probably not. I do have famous birthdays. Look me up.
even says she'll be bigger than Taylor Swift. Some people
She's going to be bigger than Taylor Swift. I really don't think people are going to cheer loud enough to like show up on the Richter scale for the Mary tree.
still skeptical and call it all a trick. And one guy decides to leave the town with his family because when God appears on Earth is usually a sign of tragedy.
Yep,
When
it's
so many
all
reporters
ending.
surround Alice's home that it becomes impossible to live, Hagen decides to send her to a diocese in Boston for her own
Yes,
safety.
do it.
Sometime later, Hagen is smoking a cigarette in the church and
Man, he's smoking. Smoking in the water.
notices the smoke moving at a weird angle. He follows it to find a hole in the wall with a notebook,
Nope.
which contains the steps of a ritual to seal the devil with a mask and a doll. In the shadows, something watches him. Meanwhile, Jerry has dinner with Natalie and tells her about the doll he saw, so she explains that those particular dolls are known for trapping evil things, putting the impossible date of February 31st to keep them inside forever.
They're coming.
Afterward, they go for a walk and Jerry is surprised to see the creek from his dream. Natalie shares that the church
It's a
used
creek
to
from
own
his
most of the
dream.
town, and Jerry shocks her by guessing that was back in 1845. Then Jerry checks the water and sees the ghost from his dream jump.
Something bad's happening. Remember, those false idols, they sometimes hide some things in them.
Out at him. When he turns around,
No.
he almost sees Natalie as the ghost too.
I ruined the video.
Suspicious, Jerry decides they need to talk to Hagen. Speaking of Hagen, he hears the sound of chains in the church and notices someone entering the confessional.
Oh, it's the demon. The demon is here.
He goes inside too and starts the confession, hearing a woman's voice mention the usual stuff. However, she also mentions destroying many lives and her voice gets creepy as she announces she came for him. A hand suddenly holds
I've
the middle
come
wall as
for
the woman
you.
says Satan gave her power and she was the one to heal Hagen, but she's offended by his doubts. The lights start flickering and the woman keeps on detailing how she
Yeah, you better get that doll back. She's going crazy.
killed all the people who tried to stop her. Terrified, Hagen comes out of the confessional and hears the organ playing on its own.
It's
before
gonna
he
be
sees a
empty.
dark-hooded ghost
It's
in the
gonna
middle
be
of the church
empty.
with a rope
Oh.
around her shoulders. Hagen
Wow.
tries to run away, but the ghost blocks his path to attack him. By the time Jerry arrives, he hears a noise in the confessional and opens it to find nothing. At that
Oh.
moment, a body appears behind him on a rope and Jerry is shocked to see Hagen dead.
Oh, man, this is terrible. Hagen's
After the
dead.
paramedics take Hagen away, Giles asks Jerry to keep the fact Hagen self-deleted a secret since it would affect people's trust in the local church.
They're
However,
gonna-
Jerry isn't convinced that Hagen self-deleted.
Yes,
The
he
next
did.
day, he visits Alice and points out Hagen thought the evil always followed, but Alice says Mary would never let that happen.
Mary would never let that happen. Bro, Mary's letting it happen.
In the evening, he returns to the motel and he notices all the lights flickering as he hears the whispers again.
Neighbor.
This time
Neighbor's
he
on
does
fire.
see the ghost at the end of the corridor, but
Punch
it
him.
disappears in seconds. Afterward, he reviews all his interview
Don't drink
footage
and
and
drive,
notices
bro.
something weirdly blurry next to Alice. He starts slowing down
Oh, it's gonna be the hooded
the
figure.
recording and is shocked to see the ghost moving on the pause video before disappearing. But when Jerry leans in,
Oh, he's got it. Oh, it's gonna come out.
the ghost jumps out at him only to disappear again. The next day during Hagen's funeral, Jerry chats with Natalie, who can't believe Hagen
Hey,
would
who's Natalie? Natalie's. What's up, Natalie? What's your number?
self-delete either. Together they go into the church's basement and find the notebook Hagen hid, through which they learn about Mary Elnor.
Well, they should have killed them off quicker.
She could heal the sick and claimed that Virgin Mary talked through her, but anyone who doubted her would end up dead.
Yeah.
In 1845, the
Die.
town finally fought back and they submerged Mary in the creek until she confessed she was serving Satan. Then they nailed a mask of the Virgin to her face and burned her to death to trap her ashes and soul in the all that Jerry broke.
That's very nice.
After Mary's death, every person she healed became sick again. Jerry concludes that Mary Elnor is the one speaking to Alice and not the Virgin. He also realizes that the ghost
Oh, I told you the name was Mary too. Come on, this is so stupid.
Hagen for finding out the truth in the notebook. At the same time, Alice interrupts the mass for her uncle, saying that Mary wants them to gather at the shrine tonight for a special service.
Oh, something's gonna happen tonight. Let's find out on the next time. Or we'll do it now.
Back to Jerry, he notices a sheet moving, but when he removes it, he
It's Jesus.
just sees an old Jesus statue.
What's up, Jesus?
Suddenly another sheet falls and the
Oh, wrong sheet, punk.
ghost reveals itself as it tries to attack the duo. The light bulb is broken during the attack and the duo runs
Oh no.
away, getting out just in time. They want to warn Alice, but Delgado is taking her away to avoid an annoying crowd. Jerry and Natalie drive to Boston, where Natalie goes to look for Alice in the convent while Jerry confronts Giles and Delgarde with the truth in the notebook. Giles already knew
The notebook. Oh, Giles knows.
about it, but Delgarde was never informed. Yet Giles ignores his complaints and announces they'll still do the service because a diary from centuries ago isn't evidence. The
Yeah.
nuns don't allow
Oh, so
Natalie
he
to see
knew.
Alice, but Jerry uses
And-
the chance to visit the diocese's archives and learns that before Mary died, she had a child. She also made a deal with the devil to live on through her descendants.
So, is her child that girl?
Meaning Alice carries her blood. Suddenly he loses signal on his phone and the files with Mary's confession melt down before a statue of the Virgin starts breaking down, revealing the ghost.
Oh, the ghost is here.
Jerry throws a table to block her way, but the ghost just pushes it away before teleporting in front of Jerry.
Yeah, I
At
don't
that moment,
know if
Delgarde
that's
shows
gonna
up
help.
and starts exorcising her, so the
Yes.
ghost makes the writing on his Bible wash down. However, Delgarde knows the words and keeps going with a crucifix until she disappears. Then Delgarde agrees to team up with Jerry to stop the
Oh,
service
they're gonna fight him. They're gonna fight the zombies. Oh, Mary.
before Alice takes everyone's souls. In the evening, a bunch of merchandising stands have been put up
Oh,
next
look
to
at
the
that.
shrine to make money out of Alice's miracles.
I
A
would
huge
too.
amount of people gather
Wait, is that her tears?
at the shrine and even more
I
fans
want to
watch the
sell
service
my
online.
tears.
In the church, Jerry and Natalie watch Delgarde start a ritual with a doll, intending to trap the ghost again. However, whenever he tries to light
I don't think that's very Christian of you to trap a ghost in a doll, but
a
whatever.
match, the ghost puts it out. Suddenly a flame grows incredibly tall and spreads to the cross
Oh,
on the wall, causing it to
there's-
fall and kill Delgarde, whose body also catches on
Well, who's gonna stop her now? That ghost is very smart. You know.
fire as
ghost
the
is
statues
getting
around them
it.
cry blood. In the shrine, Alice's eyes start to change as she gets ready to claim
Oh.
everyone's
Is she? Wait. Is she going blind again?
souls. At that moment, Jerry and Natalie come inside, and in a desperate
Stop.
attempt to stop Alice, Jerry says he faked all the miracles. Natalie starts talking to Alice using sign language, explaining that Mary is a demon and not a saint.
Mary is a demon.
As
Oh,
Jerry makes up a story on how he faked the miracles, he also mentions that Hagen self-deleted and that Giles asked him to hide it. Natalie tells Alice that Mary killed Hagen and she starts having doubts
Mary killed Hagen.
as the crowd begins protesting against Jerry's words.
No.
At that moment,
Do
Mary
it.
tells Alice to finish the service or she'll never speak again. Finally realizing she's being manipulated, Alice tells everyone that Mary isn't real. The
Mary
crowd
isn't
begins
real.
insulting her until suddenly the tree and its decorations catch on fire.
Uh-oh.
Everyone starts panicking and running away, but the healed boy can't walk anymore and
The boy can't walk.
Natalie has to rescue him.
Man, she pushed over a paraplegic. That this ghost is just true evil.
As the flames spread, the ghost comes out of the tree and makes the fire worse. Then she removes her mask to show her
Wow, she's pretty hot. Well, no, okay, guys, hear me out. Okay.
face before touching Giles to instantly burn him down. Jerry and Alice try to run away, but the ghost keeps blocking their path.
Is that like Darth Maul?
Then she burns Jerry's hand before pushing him to burn his leg next. When she's about to finish him,
Yeah.
Alice cuts in and receives the ghost's attack instead.
No,
dying when the
no.
creepy hand
She sacrificed her life. Ah, this is so
injures her
sweet.
chest. Since Alice was the last descendant, the spirit can no longer live on and she screams as she fades into oblivion. A crying Jerry holds Alice's body and prays to God for mercy, causing Alice to be
Oh,
revived. Sometime
he's a saint. He's a saint. A drunken saint.
later, Jerry, Natalie, and Alice visit Hagen's grave. Alice can't talk anymore, so Jerry is learning sign language to communicate with her. Inside the
Aw.
church, a statue of Virgin Mary is crying blood again. Make sure
Does he
to
come back to life? Does his hand come out at the end? Hagen's hand? That would be a good ending, you know. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I definitely enjoy hanging out with you guys, and I hope you guys do too.